Welcome back
to Marriage Beyond the Veil. All right. Well, yesterday, I was listening to a sermon.
Okay.
By Reverend Arthur Jackson III from Antioch Missionary Baptist Church out of Miami, Florida. And he said something that sort of led me to think about marriage relationships and how your past and your history sort of formulates how you proceed in a relationship. So he said that we are shaped by a combination of the experiences we've had or the expressions we have heard.
Okay.
So when I thought about that, I was like, ooh.
The experiences we've had or the expressions we've heard. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and that's true because I really know for myself the experiences that, and you and I both came from love relationships that lasted a long time. Mm-hmm. Your parents are not together because of death. My father passed away. My parents are still together. They've been married 66 years. And previous to that, my grandparents, same thing. Mm-hmm. So those were experiences that I had.
Okay.
But then you have expressions that you've heard. If someone has been in a relationship or experienced or been around relationships where they've been told they were nothing, or even worse, can be worse, is they're told that they were the best thing in the world, and so they think that they are God's gift to whatever.
Okay.
I think that can be just as daunting.
Experiences and expressions. Well, when you look at experiences, because you talked about what I would say more of examples, even though they can be experiences, they can be both. But it can also be impacted by the experiences that you've had, as far as how well or how poorly your relationships have been over the years, and expressions that you have heard, right, within those relationships, or just, like you said, from other relationships that you've been around. And I do think that many times, unbeknownst to one, a lot of things begin to take root. What one sees and what one hears. And so it's really powerful, the examples that we do have before us. And I think more times than not, most people will follow the example, whether it's good or bad. I believe it takes a very strong person and someone who really has a desire to be authentically who they are, to break from the norm.
Okay.
Because the easy thing, I believe, to do is to go along to get along, or to do what always have been done. But it does require a different type of strength for one to say, yeah, everybody's done that, but not me.
Yeah, to do it something. And then, like you said, the expressions that we've heard, I always think that it's always better to err on the side of kindness. But for some people, that's not their reality. What comes out of their mouth can be very sharp and very biting.
So go back to the expressions and the experiences.
Yeah.
Because it's very challenging to give away what you don't have.
Right.
And so, there may have been a lot of opportunities in relationships, whether you're talking about families or love relationships, whatever, where kindness was not the order of the day.
Right.
So, they weren't shown kindness. It wasn't modeled for them.
Right.
And so that biting that you talk about,
yeah.
I mean, that's basically all they know. But again, it gets back to being, and this is for me, the whole idea about embracing your authenticity, because it doesn't matter what examples were before you or were not.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you were taught or not. You get to choose.
Yeah.
Every day we get to choose. And so choose for yourself this day what you want your experience to be and what expressions you will share until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Have a good evening.